In addition to special composables and functions that allow you to create animations in Jetpack Compose, we also have a special modifier that allows you to create animation in case you want to animate the size of some UI. And with this modifier you can easily animate content when you have changing sizes. So let's create a project and see that in action. I create a new project and name it AnimateContentSize Compose. AnimateContentSize actually is the name of the modifier that we will use. I press finish and wait for the project to be created. I removed the default composables added by Android Studio, and also the content inside my application theme, and I create a composable I name it AnimateContentSize Demo, and inside it I'm going to create a box. Actually, the build needs to be complete in order to have indexes and auto-completion from Android Studio. I give the box a modifier, import modifier. I use the fill max size modifier to have the whole available size for the box, and also I give the box a background color .yellow, for example. Let's import background and color. And inside the box I'm going to have an image. For the painter resource, I load a drawable dot I need a picture here. Let's add it from my pictures directory. I have already added a picture here. Control C, copy back to the drawable directory and paste it here. It's a picture of Italy, so I name it Italy. Drawable.italy. No content description. I set it null, and content scale. For content scale, I give it a content scale of crop. And now the modifiers. Modifier dot fill max size. Note that I want to have two different sizes that will be triggered based on a state, and when I change these sizes, the size change should be animated using the AnimateContentSize modifier that I will add to the chain of modifiers here. So I need a state to help me decide that. So I define it var small, I name it small, to help me choose whether I want it to be a small or big, the size of the image. In fact, by remember mutable state of true, I want it to be small in the beginning. Import get value and set value. And now I can say if small is on, if it is true, then make the size 0.3 f, otherwise make it 0.9 f. And then I can add animate content size. But for now, I need toggleable or a clickable modifier to actually trigger that animation, to trigger the size change. So for the box or for the image, you can add them, you can add your toggleable to either of them. So I add toggleable to the box. It has a value parameter. For that I specify and I pass small, and another parameter on value change, which gives me inside the lambda the new value, and I pass the new value to small. I update small with the new value. So if small is true, by clicking the toggleable it will be false, and if it is false it will be true. It will become true, in fact. Alright, now I will have the size change but not the animation yet. Align, let's also add an alignment center inside the box. And now let's call our composable inside set content, animate content size demo, and run the application. We wait for the application to be built and deployed to the device. Okay, the application is being installed and launching. There we go, we have our image, and now by clicking it I should have the size change. By clicking our box, you can see that we have the size change for the image but not the animation. It's not animated, it's just sharp change in the size. Now let's add the animation by simply adding the modifier that I told you about. Because the size change happens for the image, I need to add AnimateContentSize to the modifiers of the image. AnimateContentSize. There we go. And note that you can also have custom animation for the AnimateContentSize by specifying an animation different from the default one for the animation spec parameter, and it also has finished listener to further customize how the animation behaves. So now let's run the app again. Let's run the animation by clicking our box. There we go. You can see that now we have an animation, default animation, which is spring, and it is simply added by applying the animate content size to our modifiers for the image. So you can see how easy it is to use animate content size, and it is just a simple modifier to add to your UI, and it easily adds animation to your UI when you need it. Just remember that you will need this type of animation, and you will often use this animation when you have animation in the when you have size change and you want to animate this size change. So that's it for animate content size. I hope that you liked this video, and I see you in the next ones.